beacon activated.
Excuse me, miss. You know anything about a lady blowing a hole through the roof of that blockbuster over there? Witness says she was dressed for laser tag.
Oh, yeah, I think she went that way.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO Marvel set review. I haven't done one of these in a while, and this is the Captain Marvel and Nick Fury Polybag from, of course, the Captain Marvel movie, and now this set released early last year and has 32 pieces, and the set number is 304553 and is recommended for ages 6 and up, and of course, is probably one of the best polybags to ever exist. So now let's get right into it. So these are the contents of the polybag, and usually a polybag would have just one figure, one build, or one of each, but in this case there's one build, which is actually somewhat sizable for a polybag, and then there's two minifigures, one of which used to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure, so they put that in a polybag, which was very surprising. And I will admit, the figures aren't the best figures to ever exist, but they're still really cool to have, and of course they're from the Captain Marvel movie. And if this first figure here is Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and now I'm a big fan of Captain Marvel, and I do not think this figure does her justice. This does not look like Brie Larson whatsoever, and I actually have a really good solution to fix her appearance. I believe that if you swap the old hairpiece and face print, which of course is, I believe, is from Jyn Erso, and you put Agent 13's hair and face print on it, I think it looks a lot better. The face isn't 100% perfect. At the same time, I don't really think there's a good alternative face. I do wish they had some sort of leg and arm printing, but I'll definitely take that into my own hands and might paint those as well. She has the power blast pieces, which, if you didn't know, you push down on these and they go flying, so like that, and then it's gone forever. But once again, it's a really nice figure, and it's a really easy way to get some form of Captain Marvel. This is the next figure, and this is young Nick Fury, and this is the same figure that was included in the Quinjet set from the Captain Marvel movie. I believe it was $30. I really wish I got that instead, but this is still really good nonetheless. He has that classic blaster piece that I actually really love. I know a lot of people love it as well. He has like the kind of small, short afro hair piece, and then of course he has like a... Honestly, this kind of looks like Rhodey. I don't really know if it looks like young Samuel Jackson very well, but I think it represents somewhat what he looks like. I really like this tie and vest piece. It would be very useful for like an agent or something like that. And then of course he just has regular black legs, and this is of course what the back of his torso looks like. Also, I don't know if I showed Captain Marvel's, but if you lift up the hairpiece, that is what it looks like. So now let's get right into the build. So this is the build of the set. It's very simple. It's about a minifigure's height tall. The build is built on this piece, as you could see, and then it's just kind of a telephone booth in the same kind of color scheme as a Blockbuster. And if you didn't know, that's kind of what they're going for, but they didn't have the copyright of Blockbuster, so they didn't, have like a printed piece saying Blockbuster or anything. But on top, I think there's also a Radio Shack nearby the area she kind of took over this telephone booth, so that also might explain all of this radio gear and equipment. So there's like a walkie-talkie on here, there's a calculator, which you do get an extra piece of that, and if you really care for it. There's of course a blue jumper, and that's of course representing like a Blockbuster DVD or something like that. And then you get a VHS tape, and then just some regular Star Wars control panel, and then you get this really nice glass piece that kind of just fits around the entire outside of the telephone booth. Inside is of course a telephone, and there's a place for you to put in your money, because obviously back then you had to pay to use a telephone. And then of course here is a Tesseract, and usually this is in a clear color, but in this case they decided to make it more accurate and make it a light blue color. And one thing with the set, I really wish they included Goose, but at the same time that would have been way too much to begin with, and I already have like a cat that's pretty much the same as Goose, so I guess I'm fine. But Anyways, that's pretty much it for this build. It's a very good set, especially if you do not have a Captain Marvel or just a young Nick Fury. Very good opportunity for you to get those two figures, and of course, it's a pretty decent build. I believe the set is retired, yet you could still find it if in America if you really tried. In Canada, I believe it's still readily available, and you could get this for like $6 to $7 on Bricklink. I paid $13 for two, so I think I got a decent deal considering it was retired. I would have paid like, this is something that Lego should have put in like a $10 set and people still would have bought it and not really complained too much about it. So good job to Lego for going over the top, especially with something like Marvel, which they usually cut a lot of corners on. But anyways, thank you all for watching this review and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.